Boston's world record-setting comedy whodunit just received another honor. In the past, the Guinness Book of World Records recognized this interactive murder mystery as the longest-running show in the history of the United States. Take that, Broadway. Boston has spun off productions in other languages around the world, and now joining me is Chris Tarjan. Did I pronounce that right? Tarjan, sorry.
Yeah, everybody gets it wrong, everybody.
Who is directing the current version. And who's been seen around town in Huntington Productions. Nice to meet you.
It's a pleasure to meet you. Thanks for having me.
All right. Now, there might be a few people out there that have never seen Shear Madness.
There is.
And it's incredible because not only is it the longest running play of any sort right in the United States, it's the second longest running in the world.
I believe that is true.
After Mousetrap in London. Yeah. So, but what is it, for those that haven't been there, what is it about Shear Madness that people can see it over and over again?
I think the truth of the matter is that the Shear Madness, for a lot of people who know, we have multiple endings to the show, which is part of what draws people to it because they want to come back and see the different directions that the show can take. But I think the real thing that makes people come back is the fact that they actually matter. That what they say, what they do, what a point they bring up, anything that they might have seen that they find curious actually matters to the show, and then that steers the show in whichever direction it goes.
For people that haven't been, it's a combination of a rehearsed play, but there's lots of improvisation. Takes place in a Newbury Street hairdressing salon. Somebody's murdered off stage, very unbloody, and then all these low-life types running back and forth. And when the police come in, they enlist the audience into helping, right?
Yeah, the police are trying to figure out what happened. This world-famous concert pianist has been brutally murdered upstairs, and they're trying to figure out what happened, and they're investigating each of the individuals that were in the salon. They don't get anywhere, and then finally what they do is they break down the fourth wall, and they enlist the witnesses who have been watching. And they basically try to reenact what happened and ask the witnesses.
And they tattle on the on the characters, and then the characters attack the people in the audience.
Well, attack is one word. Respond, retort, defend themselves. We try. I mean, we try to make sure that it's a very comfortable environment for everybody. In that, there's always somebody who wants to play. There's always somebody who wants to say something. There's always somebody who saw something that somebody else didn't see. And there's also people that just want to come and watch a show, and they can do that safely.
One of the things that makes it incredible, and probably is the reason for its success around the world, is it's very well prepared. I remember when I went a long time ago, one of the characters said, "Oh, no, I couldn't have been the murderer. I was upstairs making ragu." And then they said, "All right, where's the ragu?" The actor went off stage and comes back with a pot of ragu. So you can question, or you can dial the phone and get the hairdressing salon. It's much more than just a play. You know, if you're a murder mystery fan, you know what kind of questions to ask.
Please come and ask questions and see if you can come up with something that we can't figure out. Then we'll figure it out, and then the next time it comes up, we'll have it.
Well, another thing that makes the show popular, and then we'll move on to the sort of the international versions, is that you guys change the script pretty much every day. You have like a little conference where you talk about the news, and then you slip in, make it extremely contemporary, which makes it good for people visiting Boston, because somebody mentions the combat zone, and everybody laughs, and you say, "Why was that funny?"
Why was that funny?
Yeah, because it's all inside Boston. It makes you feel like you're inside Boston.
Yeah, I think we try not to wedge it in, but if there's something that makes sense that we can utilize, and we also try to use as much national stuff as we can as well, that might be current, that might have happened today or yesterday or the day before, because we get a lot of tourists.
Up to the minutes. Oh yeah.
We try. We really try to, when we sort of sense that something is waning as far as its relevance goes. Every now and then we'll come in.
So you've left the Malaysian airline things.
We left it alone. Yes, yeah. We did venture into those murky waters for a little while, but we left it alone.
Very good. All right. So now I understand something like 10 million plus people in the world have seen different productions of Shear Madness in different languages. tell us about the latest honor from France that it received.
Well, we've just won the Molière Award in France, which is the equivalent to the United States Tony. It was really, when I first heard about it, I thought, oh, that's wonderful. And then when I found out how wonderful it was, I thought, that's really wonderful. And I mean, not for nothing, I think this show deserves a Tony, too, for Lifetime Achievement for Bruce and Marilyn. But so we've won this award, and the director of the show, Sebastian, whose last name is escaping me right now, came, spent some time with us in Boston, watched the show. After the show, he would sit with us and he would ask us questions about why did this work, when this question came up, why did you go here, what direction, why did you choose the direction you went in. Sometimes there would be just a joke that he would try to figure out, okay, is that something I want to try to translate, or is that purely local, and are we just not going to be able to
and
use
it's
it
been
in France?
running in France since 2011,
Very
right?
successfully.
And here in 2014. Now, incredible countries in Poland and Bulgaria.
Oh yes, it's been in Israel. It's been in South America. It's amazing how.
Now it's been a spin-off. I talked to our director here, and he saw it as a lad in Washington, D.C., where it's been running for a long time, right?
I believe we're at 27 or 28 years in Washington, D.C. I've spent a fair amount of time down there myself.
Okay.
Brand new theater down there as well, which is really nice.
Right, and people who haven't seen it, when you go to the Charles Playhouse, the box office, it's not like the current attraction, this Sheer Madness, or of course they also sell tickets for Blue Man Group.
We share the theater with Blue Man Group, absolutely.
Upstairs and stuff, but it definitely is a Boston transition. We should also mention people can get drinks, which probably loosens their lips and makes the audience think they're hilarious.
Yeah, the wonderful, wonderful thing about Sheer Madness, and I really mean this from the bottom of my heart, is that you can have fun no matter what kind of theatrical experience you want. When people say audience participation, it makes me cringe, because I don't like audience participation. I don't like going to that kind of a show. This is an audience interactive show where you really can step as far in as you want. And trust me, there's always somebody that's stepping plenty far in. Yeah. So if you want to sit back, relax, have a beverage, have a good time, you can bring your family, you can bring your kids. It's PG-13 at its grittiest.
Right, and maybe one other thing that we didn't touch on was that all the characters are different Boston types. Now, did you've played in it yourself, right?
I've played all 4 male roles. I haven't had not the opportunity to play any of the women yet.
You haven't, the gum chewing manicurist. You're working up to that.
I'm working up to it. Yeah.
Okay, so do you think out-of-towners like the show as well? I mean, I think a lot of people like to do duck tours or the swan boats until they have somebody in town.
Yeah.
But I've always heard that people really, it's an immersion way of getting into Boston culture by doing Sheer Madness, like Newbury Street. What does that mean?
I absolutely think that if you're going to come to Boston, you should come to Sheer Madness, because the show, like you said, it's sold millions of tickets worldwide. It's been translated into, I think, 17 different languages. But the thing is, this is where it was born. That basement at the Charles Playhouse, way back when blue men were eating blue baby food. Sheer Madness opened, and it really is a part of the Boston culture. But the characters are recognizable no matter where you're from.
And we never can let it stop, because then Broadway's going to catch up with us, and we won't have this world record anymore.
We've got them in our rear view. You know what I mean? We just keep going and keep going and keep going.
All right. Well, thank you very much, and congratulations.
Thank you so much for having me.
And we just I wish you guys, another 34 years? How many?
Yeah, we're just entered. We are in our 34th year right now, and we're going to turn 35 in January.
All right. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.